Well, the other big story we are following this morning, you've heard of quotas in government jobs in educational institutes. But now the state of Maharashtra has become the first state to extend reservations in the private sector. The recent decision by the government to extend reservations for Marathis and Muslims will also be applicable now to the private sector.
Pvt decision to announce 16% reservations for Marathis and 5% for Muslims was being called a poll stop by the opposition, and now the private sector has also given the move a big thumbs down.
Maharashtra, the first state to provide reservations in the private sector. While the state had announced 16% reservations to the Maratha community and 5% reservations to Muslims recently, the official GR promulgated last week has come as a surprise to many, which states that any organization that has got land under concessional rates from the state government before or after the GR comes into force, or has received any concession in financial or any other form, or has received government recognition, or has received licenses from the government, or comes under the direct control or supervision of the state government. So what does this mean? With the state government including licenses, permissions and supervision in the definition of government-aided organization, the reservation would be applicable to almost every private company, including even hotels and airlines. The state government is already facing flag for exceeding the 50% cap on reservation laid by the Supreme Court of India.
Activists have already challenged the Maratha reservation in the Bombay High Court, and now with the GR stating that the reservation would be extended to private sector as well, this is going to lead to another controversy.
Well, I have gone on the basis of Supreme Court judgment, technically speaking, which prevents any reservation over and above 50%. The judgment was in the case of Indira Sahni. There are plethora of other judgments which also prevent such reservation. In case of Maratha community, these are the people who are holding keys to Mantralaya, Assembly and cooperative banks and capitation fee colleges. They have not only not allowed to enter, they have been ruling these institutions. Other people have been barred from entering these institutions.
But they are holding their ground for now.
In 2004, the state government had proposed to extend the SC, ST and OBC reservation to private sector. But that proposal has been lying in cold storage ever since. And now, with the state government extending the Maratha reservation to private sector, that demand is likely to gain momentum as well.
Some senior leaders say that this decision may backfire. The opposition may have supported the reservation as political compulsion, but with this new angle, it looks like it is just the start of trouble in the state. With Kamlesh Sutar in Mumbai, Bureau Report, Headlines Today.
And Kamlesh Sutar is now joining us live from Mumbai. Kamlesh, questions have been raised whether this reservation that has been extended by the Maharashtra government will stand legal scrutiny in court. On top of that, it's now been extended to private enterprise. What sort of reaction are we seeing from India Inc. and are they likely to move court?
Well, Ruchika, very discreetly the state government has gone ahead. In fact, the issue came into light only when the GR came into, when the ordinance was promulgated and it was signed by the governor of Maharashtra. What is surprising is that the state government has extended it to private institutions. That includes every other organizations. The way the GR has been worded, it says that whoever that comes under the purview of the state government through licenses, through permissions or under the maintenance or lookout of the Maharashtra government, they will come under the ambit of reservation. So that means that even hotels and smaller companies would come under the ambit of reservations in Maharashtra. Now a similar proposal to extend the SC, ST reservation and OBC reservation to private sector was proposed in 2004, but that has been lying in cold storage. But the state government going ahead, rather they jumping here to give reservations to Maratha community is only seen as a political move this time. The opposition has been criticizing that the state government has only brought in Maratha reservations so that it will get benefit in the assembly elections. And Sharad Pawar has gone on record to say that we are not a party of saints, that we will not expect any dividends from the Maratha reservations. So it's clearly seems to be a political move. But how does India react to this remains to be seen. So far, they haven't reacted, but what we learn from our sources is that they might approach the Chief Minister to give a rethink to the reservations in private sector.
All right, so the NCP at least clearly admits that this is a poll sock, but will it also antagonize a whole lot of people with this reservation now extending to the private sector? Kamlesh Sutar, we leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much for joining us this morning.